Yo, now I'm rocking with the kids, Shuicide Holla, man. We down here at Game Masters with Somebody and my homie Deuce on air. And we rocking, man. Z1079 in the building, Cleveland. They know what we came to do, man. NBA champs, huh?
I am somebody.
This brother is Deuce.
Watch me hit the hey,
I can whip a brick a whole chicken dinner. Hit them folk. I'm gon' hit them folk. Hey, hit them folk. Diamond nigga spend the whole sip of 50. Hit them folk. Hey, junkie hit my line, say he got the ticket. No, I gotta hit him. I charge him to the game, not with foolish games. No, it's not a scrimmage. I come with the kill, shooting off the glass, dunking the niggas.
In here with the homie Shuicide Holla, Cleveland's on Mr. Hit Them Folks with Papa.
Yeah, what's going on, Deuce, man? I'm down here cooling. You see we on the sticks right now, getting it in.
I see you got the game going, man. How long you been playing 2K, man? So far?
Man, I've been playing 2K since probably 2K3, man.
You was into the live and the Madden back in the day?
Hell yeah. Live was better than 2K. It's a lot of people that, if you don't get your mind right, man, you go out and do wild stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So this was always your escape, right?
Yeah, it is. As a teen, I never really felt under peer pressure. I ain't drink, I ain't smoke, I ain't do none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? To my later years, but as a teen, I ain't really had a video games all like that. I was coming up in the system and things like that. My parents, they didn't really believe in video games like that till I probably got 11th grade by that time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was a bad kid. It was you're just not getting it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think, man, when they took me into the system, I was 7 years old. I got 4 brothers and 2 sisters, so it's 6 of us. And we all in the house together, we starving together, we sick together. Mother gone, we all suffered. So when they took us, they only put me and my second to oldest brother together. Split up my sisters, my oldest brother and the one brother that's a couple years older than me, they put him in Shaker Heights. So I was 7. At 9, they took my brother away. So it's just me, you know what I'm saying? In this house with these people I only known for 2 years, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta live with y'all now, my brother gone. So I ain't got, you know what I'm saying, where my love at now, so I had to really just I grew up quick, man. That's why I don't think I fell into peer pressure and stuff like that, because it was I ain't really got my family, I rock with y'all my friends from the neighborhood, man, but y'all don't really know me.
So when you started really taking rapping seriously, did you have that family support?
Some of it. Some was more let's see where it go. I ain't gonna lie, I had a brother, man. My third to oldest brother told me what you about to rap for? Ain't nobody about to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? And this is my brother. This is the day I decided, I'm about to pick up the pen. I'm sitting in the car on 75th and Kinsman. This is my brother, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who my mother birthed, you know what I'm saying? They took him and put him in Shaker, so we didn't grow up, you know what I'm saying, necessarily together, but this still my brother, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think it was just more so, will it work, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. When they start realizing it's working for him, he got it figured out, you know what I'm saying? Then they was just yo, we for it, you know what I'm saying? Is this what you want to do? But while I was still trying to figure it out, they weren't really like that. But it's all love, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I got nothing but the utmost love for my entire family, even my mother, even though they, you know what I'm saying, whatever she went through, my mom had, I feel more so I'm not mad at her. I was never angry at my mother, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you was going through, it had to be bad, you know what I'm saying, for them to take us all away from it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So with that weighing on me, I could never come to fruition that yo, man, my mother was doing bad stuff and got us taken. That just never dawned on me. So I would never hold that over my mother, you know what I'm saying? I got, a lot of people would, you know what I'm saying? I know people who have, but I couldn't never hold that over my mother. She birthed me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Without her, I never met my father, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what gift he had, but whatever it was, you know what I'm saying? I got something. I rap, dance, play ball, you know what I'm saying? My father had to have something.
Yeah. Had to get some of the genes passed on. Yeah. Talking about, you know what I'm saying, upbringing, you already say you was a musician, what effect that played on you, in your career, and just where you at right now? I mean, just being lyrical, how did that play into, you know what I'm saying, that being your therapy, that too, as far as writing?
It helped a lot. You know system, and my parents being so strict, I grew up in a household of all women, so they were coming from, you know what I'm saying, being broken over, seeing their father do certain things. They was, you know what I'm saying, they came up real strict. It wasn't like I couldn't do things. I had a normal life, but I was in a lot of trouble, you know what I'm saying, for me just being a kid, and because of that, my mother would make me walk like 3 miles from my house to the library and just get books, you know what I'm saying? You gotta sit in your room and read books. You ain't watching TV, you're not going outside. I would go get the biggest books, you know what I'm saying, so that I wouldn't have to walk so often. Just get the real big, thick books, and I end up, you know what I'm saying, not even really thinking about it, I end up reading like the whole entire Harry Potter series, like all 7 of them, the whole Lord of the Rings, like I was reading stuff like that. Just expanding, building my mind. I would read all the books in school and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be a class clown, I didn't really apply myself, but all that knowledge and stuff that I was just cramming over the years. Like
when
now
you
when
get
I
to the
write,
age that you just was like, yo, I'm gonna rap.
man, I'll say about 10th, 11th grade, Smack DVDs got real hot. Smack DVDs got real hot, and it was like, yo, these dudes Murder Mook and Jay Mills, they cooking people off, so I gotta see.
Don't talk about your rims and how they spinning on your range, cause when you stop, the only thing still spinning is your waves, and you know Mook pops off. I nicknamed my gun can opener Mills. It'll take your top off. Now look at him sick. I know he about the Earl, but let's get a little personal. I know about his girl. He got a wife named Sita. Everybody skeets her. All I had to give a catfish. Little nigga, don't get it fucked up. This ain't making the band. 5,000, you will get straight for $1,000. And after this, I ain't gonna hate on you, man. I'ma just cop a ring and walk around with his cake on my hand. You as a fronter, talking about you's a stunner. You ain't a gunner, we all know you's a runner. I'm my own man, my name is with them checks under. Nigga, I can pay your family's rent till next summer.
Once I got a whiff of that, man, it was like, yo, I'm trying to spit, man. Like I could put some words together, and then I used to see the homies in the lunchroom beating on the table with the John, you know what I'm saying, making the clips beat on the locker every day. I had a homie, his mother worked third shift, and him and my other guy, they had downloaded these like recording programs that was kind of like Pro Tools. I was going over his house and just recording, you know what I'm saying, and we was putting together freestyles over industry beats and just taking them to school, you know what I'm saying, and we started getting our rep up like that. And I mean, I ended up stopped rapping, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't really that serious to me, but I would say around 2011, like at the end of 2011, 2012, I was like, yo, this is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But after that, when I quit rapping, it was just ball. I messed up. Where I messed up is in school, I was never a follower, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't never cared to be one of the popular kids and I was so crazy, like I was a class clown, so I never had the grades to make the basketball team, but I was good. So since I didn't apply myself, like I just didn't get that opportunity in school. So after school, for some reason, I just went real hard with the basketball, man. Like leagues, going to win championships, putting together teams, going around, traveling, playing squads, and that's what I was doing, man. And that's how I met Ray and Ryan Wolf.
What, like, you remember the first thing you ever recorded, like the first song you ever recorded?
As kidding around, or when I really was like, yo, this is what I'm about to do?
When you, like, period, like just that first thing that you recorded, you was like, you were serious about?
Oh yeah, October 14, 2011. I sat in the car in my driveway, yeah, for sure. I remember all that, man. I had a long journey. I don't miss a step. I can't forget one step, but I sat in the driveway in Colfax. I wrote a freestyle to YC and Future, Racks on Racks. Then I wrote one to I'm On One. Then I just went and got every hot beat that was out at the time. I think it was one big one, full of bad, like all of them. Like it was at least like 20-something beats, and I just wrote for like 2-3 weeks straight. Like I literally wrote for like 3 years straight, every day, multiple times a day. But I wrote all these freestyles on October 14th. On October 21st, I recorded my first mixtape, all the way through with Big Truth. He managed Kip Stone. When I was introduced to him through Light Skin, her name is Light Skin 216, she be around the city. At the time, he was working with Banky Travolta. I got introduced to him. He told me he had worked with Corey Bates, Tezo, you know, just a few notable names around the city.
I wonder, like, how would you say like your music really evolved from when you started, when you had the bars till now? Because now you're able to put bars still on a commercial song and make a hit where it has all the aspects. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna explain it in perfect depth. It's basically when I listen to my old joints, because when I listen to my old joints, it's basically the same flow. All I did was added flavor and got comfortable. So now I can give you the bars, but I can say a word with a little more twang to it. You know what I'm saying? And how you really listen, like, yo, it ain't all about you having to listen in depth and really be rocking like this. Now I'm giving you that flavor, you can vibe out, so they relate to that. And now I'm adding some harmonies in there. I done got comfortable with my tone. You know what I'm saying? I can go to different pitches and keys and stuff like that. So I was able to just create more and more good music sonically. You know what I'm saying? If you can give somebody a good sound, something that ain't too raspy, and they can really just listen. When I got to that age where it was like, yo, I can work, I'm going to get some money, man. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't more so that money was everything, but I wanted to look good. I went through it as a kid. I ain't have it as a kid. My parents didn't really give it to me going through like elementary and middle and all that. So when I get to high school and I can work a job, I'm going to get some bread. So I start collecting kicks early, man. Probably like 11th grade. I never stopped, man. You know what I'm saying? And I had a bar on my very first mixtape, Kick Game Volume 1, where I was like, so many fucking kicks, I'ma die, Shuicide. At the time, I was Young Holla for like my first 3 tapes. And I linked up with EV on my 4th tape, which was only 1 year after I started. So in that 1 year, as soon as I picked up the pen, I put out 3 mixtapes. And they all had like 20-something tracks on them. By the 4th one, I wisened up a little bit, started looking around, seeing what's going on in the scene, reached out to EV. And he was, you know what I'm saying, by that time, I ended up changing my name to Shuicide. I think it was because of that reference in there, and I'm like, man, Shuicide is just so different. It was some more Young Hollas. Like if you was to Google Young Holla, me studying and knowing, you know what I'm saying, how to separate yourself, I looked into branding, young, you know what I'm saying, young in the industry. A lot of younger dudes want to do that. So I looked into branding early and noticed like, yo, if I just change my other name, like don't nobody got this name. Everything I create would just be up over here, you know what I'm saying? So you go type in Shuicide, as soon as you get to SHUI, I'm popping up. 1,000 things. That was just me being smart way back.
Before you even knew the internet.
And even knowing about branding and all that, I just was like, man, if I just do this, I'll be the only one with that.
For sure.
So
smart move.
I just changed it to Shuicide, and I'm like, man, it's just different. Like somebody gonna be like Shuicide Holla. They gonna always wonder, what is that Shuicide? You know what I'm saying? They gonna think about it.
So what's something you say to Cleveland, man? Like as far as just period, like what's something that you want to say to Cleveland? What's something you want to say to the world?
Oh man,
the world, you know what I'm saying?
I want the world to know that. I want the world to know that Cleveland is now, man. We now, and we gotta be up for a long time, man. We got a lot of dudes coming in, like, so just know, you know what I'm saying? We not going nowhere, man.
You heard that, man. The homie Shuicide Holla. We at Game Masters West 10th Street, downtown in the Flash. Your boy Deuce at Deuce on air. What's coming up next? Single, album, what's
Pretty Girl video, dropping in about 2 weeks. MTV, BET, everywhere. Be looking out for the Miss 808 video. Single with Jazzy Faye. I'm beating up the whole rest of the year, man. Me and Ray Cash got a joint coming. I'm still working with Heaven, man. Listen, just know it's coming, man. I got a lot on the way. I might put together a project. I might, you know what I'm saying? I might give y'all something the holiday season. I don't know, man. I'm really feeling this single wave, man. I'm really feeling this single wave. So just stay tuned, man. Y'all know the Insta Snap at Shuicide Holla. Y'all know the Facebook, Twitter, Shuicide Holla. Man, I drop randomly, man. Spotify, catch it everywhere, anywhere.
So I'm gonna
2K, Shuicide 216. Whoever want to work, man.
I'll say he challenging me.
They know, man. I've been #1 in the world on 2K for 3 years in a row. They know my work.
So look, I'm about to get some games in. My homie Shu, y'all gonna check this out a little bit later. He gonna spit a freestyle for us. Official first freestyle, I Am Somebody Daily. Check us out. You know what it is. Ghetto Kids Big Dream presents. Your boy Deuce, you know what it is. I Am Somebody.
DJ Steady Banks.
Yo, Wiz is crazy right here.
Hey, yo, Ash, you crazy for this one.
Hey, pretty girl, put your hands up, hands up. Ugly girl, keep your hands by your side. Pretty girl, put your hands up. She find it, she know it, she about to get it, she focused. Let's go.
brother is Deuce.